it's John here, and welcome to another video in how to build in Minecraft. Today we're going to be building ourselves this really cool campfire. We're going camping because it's summertime right now, and what better time to go camping than in the summer? Look at it's beautiful outside, and we got our awesome campfire over here. We got our little tent going on over here, and our little logs to kind of chill on as we sit around the campfire singing campfire songs. Yeah, that's what we do. Anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to build the actual campfire itself and kind of decorate it a little bit as well. Now, I've seen these in the past like a million times where it's just a bunch of like armor stands in the ground and then you light it. But now armor stands burn. So if you did this, after a little while, there's not going to be much left but nether rack. If I put that out, all the armor stands are now freaking gone. So, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. So let's go ahead and let's make a real campfire. Look at that, with stones around it and the fire actually going. So what we're going to be needing today is a few random items. We're going to be needing some stuff. So this is going to be easiest to build in creative. If you want to build this in survival, it may be a little more challenging, but nonetheless, it's still possible. So we're going to be needing 8 skeleton skulls. Now, if you don't have skeleton skulls, you can simply get leather helmets and dye them gray, light gray. Dark gray looks way too dark. So 8 skeleton skulls or leather helmets, 8 armor stands. You can use either a single piston or you can use 8 pistons. You can do it with 1 piston, it's not a problem. And you're gonna need a few redstone torches. You really, again, you only need 1. I grabbed 8 for no reason. And I grabbed 1 piece of netherrack is all we need. We need a flint and steel, and you need 24 pieces of snow. You'll see why in just a second. Now this stuff down here is just the decorative items that we use to make it look more like a campsite than just a fire. Hey pig, you wanna enjoy the fire or do you wanna be cooked? You like that?
That looks awesome.
Cool. So we got our campsite, and now we have friends that came to visit us, and they're going to build their campsite over here next to ours. Oh, we got pumpkins over there. We can go make some pumpkin pie. So what we need to do is you need to make a hole 2 deep in a 3x3 pattern like this. And like this. And then remove the center one here. We're going to remove that, just the one top block, and you're going to replace that top block with a piece of netherrack. Pretty straightforward, nothing fancy. And then on all the sides here, you're going to place down a stack of 3 pieces of snow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want a second. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The reason why we place 3 pieces of snow is it's the perfect height for the armor stand to stand on, and only the very tippy top to pop out of the ground. Otherwise, the arms themselves stick out of the ground, or none of it at all sticks out of the ground, and it just doesn't look right. So, found out that 3 pieces of snow are the best option. Now, so the 3 pieces of snow, the rocks are rocks are going to be our skeleton skulls, or you can use helmets if you like. Yes, absolutely. Now, I found out. Now, I've been trying to do this for a while, and I failed at it, and this is how I found out the snow trick. Was through another YouTuber by the name of Biggs87X, and he's the one who came up with the snow idea. So I give him props for that. I did not come up with that. It was his idea on how to do that, and it works out. It works out pretty well. So if you guys want to check out his channel, you guys go right on ahead and do that. So we're gonna do it first before we do anything else. We're gonna block off just the one on top. This one here, this one here. This one here, and this one here. The reason why we do that is so the armor stands in the corners don't shift around. We want them to be in a specific location. Now we're going to put these at an angle. We're going to point, like be standing on top of the netherrack here, and be pointing towards this corner here, and place 1 armor stand. You're going to probably want to place it right there, place. There we go. So I had to place it up high. I had to point to the top of the grass in order to place it, because it wasn't wanting to place on top of the snow, the stacks. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, like that, over here, and over here. Now we're going to want to remove, without accidentally clicking on the armor stand so you don't remove it, you're going to remove this block, 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 and this block. Dang it. Okay. Alright, so now you're going to replace these with pistons. Those blocks with pistons, temporarily. We'll put those blocks back in just a minute. So we're going to put pistons facing the armor stands, though. Like that. Come on, dang it. Like that. Okay, so behind each one of these, you're going to place down one redstone torch. Place the redstone torch because it's going to shove the armor stand over in this direction. Do not break the redstone torch first, because what happens is sometimes if you do that, see, it pulls the armor stand back. It glitches out. Even though it's not a sticky piston, it still glitches out. So you put the redstone torch down, and then you break the the piston first, and then the redstone torch. Alright, so place that down, break the piston, and then the redstone torch. Now it's shoved all the way up in the corner like this. That's exactly what we want.
So you really only need one piston.
You really only need one piston. You can put down the one piston, break it, place it, break it, place it, break it. And that's fine. If that's all you want to do in survival, it's probably easier that way, only because you don't have to make so much material. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one. And really, technically, only one redstone. A redstone torch.
Or a lever or anything.
Or a lever. Yeah, the lever would work too. Okay, now we're going to replace these with dirt. Now I have grass block because we're in creative, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with the grass block. But if you're in survival, you'll put down dirt and it'll grow right back over. Now we want to remove these blocks here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Always being very, very careful not to accidentally hit the armor stand because they will move, and that will suck.
Now I know what you're going to do next.
Armor stand there, armor stand there, armor stand there, and armor stand there. Now if you fly up above... No, those ones don't need to be pushed in. These ones are fine. It makes it this nice little circle of armor stands. Now, mind you, if you have a world that has a lot of armor stands, you're not going to be able to do this because armor stands are entities. And I think you can max out on armor stands by like 20 or 25. I can't remember what the total number is, but there is a maximum amount. It's not a lot. Yes, they're all holding hands. It's kumbaya around the campfire. So, okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover these up with whatever dirt you want to use. Now over here, we use podzol, and that's what I want to do again over here, just because it looks a little more natural than just grass, because you're not going to really put the fire in grass. That would be really strange. So I'm going to put this up one block, 2 blocks like this, and a third block. And I'm going to, yeah, now you can make grass paths, and we'll do that in just a second. I'm going to put one piston upside down right there, and then I'm going to keep going around the block. 1, 2, like that. Oops. Go one like right there. One right there. Another one there. Another one there. And these are all pointing down, remember. So now they're all pointing down. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my podzol, which is my chest. Where did my chest go? It's over here.
Somewhere.
Okay, so now I'm gonna grab all my material actually. Boom, 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 and I'm gonna grab my podzol and I'm gonna place that on the bottom side of all these pistons. Remember, these are regular pistons, not sticky pistons.
Oh, so that's why podzol works better, because it doesn't like turn into normal grass when you.
Right, because when you put the podzol down, it's not gonna transfer to this. Like if you put regular dirt down, you can also use coarse dirt. Coarse dirt works just as well. And it probably looks just as nice, quite honestly. So that's also an idea. If you guys want to use coarse dirt instead of podzol, because podzol sometimes is hard to find, and you'll need a, what do you call it, a silk touch pickaxe in order to pick it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't just go and, I mean, unless you're in creative, once again, it's not a big deal. But if you're not in creative, you're going to need a silk touch pickaxe to go get it. Okay, because it just turns to dirt if you dig it up. So I'm going to place a block on each one of these 4 ends right here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put redstone torches all the way around, and that should push them all down. Now I'm going to remove these blocks up here, and then I'm going to put whatever block I want to down here. It doesn't really matter. We'll just put dirt down for right now.
Dirt.
And this is just basically to shove it down even further.
But then won't it shove down the armor stands?
You'll see.
So I'm guessing no.
Yeah. So we're gonna put again. We'll put the 4 or 5 torches down right here, shoving down all the pistons, and now we can remove those blocks of dirt, removing the redstone, and we can remove this right here, and you're gonna notice the armor stands are sticking up out of the top, like a little circle. It does look kind of cool, doesn't it? So now we can remove all this stuff, being very, very, very careful not to hit those armor stands, because then you have to do this all over again and that would freaking suck. So now we can grab our skeleton skulls, and we're going to right-click, or left-click, right on top of these armor stands.
Try it with like a Steve head.
It looks funny because you have a different color hair.
Or like an Ender Dragon head. That would be funny.
Yeah, because these look like stones. That's why we're using these. Yeah. See, look, it glitches out a little bit, so you have a different color variation on it. But it is what it is, and it does look kind of cool. So now we're gonna grab our flint and steel, and we're gonna simply light the netherrack in the center, which you won't see anymore. You got yourself a nice little campfire.
Wait, that would be really cool.
I think that looks freaking cool. So now we can be careful again. Do not hit this dirt either. This dirt that is surrounding these armor stands. If you hit those, you will not be able to get it back in unless you do the same step that we just did. We're going to grab a little bit of the coarse dirt, and we're going to do the same freaking thing. This is just to decorate it, just to make the ground look a little more natural and not so boring of just grass, you know? So we're going to also grab our... I'm using spruce because I think spruce matches the setting very, very well. Feels like very campfire-esque. And in the edges here, I'm going to place down 1, 2, kind of on the edge right there. And then 1, 2. This is 1 block away from the 3 blocks right there. 1, 2. And then again with the 1, 2. Now you can sit down on logs, which looks really freaking cool to me. Now we can go back to our coarse dirt, and we can add a little bit more coarse dirt in here. And then I also added some buttons, some stone buttons, and these look like rocks. You got little rocks lying around the ground at different places. I wish we had something for sticks. So I'm gonna also add. We're gonna add some trees, even though we have some trees over here. Trees around your campfire, I think while you're camping, look freaking amazing. Go ahead and put one in there. That was a sad tree.
It's very sad.
Okay, there we go. That's a better looking tree. We're going to remove some of these leaves because they look freaking dumb. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little more decoration. I'm going to hit a little bit of the bone meal on the ground right here just to give it a little more decoration, and it looks a little more natural. You can also take some vines and put them on a few of the logs here and there just to make them look a little old. And they're green vines. Make it look a little more mossy. Like we have here in the Pacific Northwest, we got a little bit of moss in places, so it does look a little more natural. And that's it. You've got yourself a nice little campfire there. Now the tent is a whole other scenario. I'll show you guys that maybe on another day. But for now, you got yourself a nice little campfire.
You can sit back. I'll show you how to make the
10 likes sounds great. So now you got yourself a nice little campfire. You can sit back and chill with your friends, telling ghost stories. Yeah. Anyways, dudes, if you guys like this video, I know it was short, but it was a whole lot of fun to do and share with you dudes and dudettes and my Ethan over here chilling with me. And if you guys did like this video, if you guys can smash that like button down below, it's greatly appreciated. And if you're at all new to this channel, if you guys can click that subscribe button. I know, it's a sellout moment, but I don't care. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be freaking done. It helps the channel out a great deal, dudes. So while you're at it, if you click the little bell, it turns on notifications, lets you dudettes know when we upload
our daily videos. Until next time, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya.